What's going on, guys? Your boy Kamon. I'm going to bring you guys a White Forest deck profile here. Shout out to the homies who let me borrow these cards, actually, because mine didn't come in yet. So they're over there. You want to pan over to them really quick. Oh my god, mammals! Oh my god, mammal! Oh my god! I'm like, yo, why don't you mind your business? All right, let's get right into it. So for the main deck, if I say them wrong, it's my fault because they're hard to say. But 3 Asteria. This is the best starter in this deck. So what it does during your main phase, while this card's on your field, you can send 1 spell trap card from your hand or face down or field to the graveyard to summon 1 White Forest tuner from your deck straight on the field. So like this is a 3 of at all times. Another 3 of is the 3 little baby Dia Bells. I guess how you pronounce it. How she works: if she is in your hand, you can send 1 spell and trap card from your field or hand to the graveyard to summon her on the field, and then on summon, she will search for a White Force monster besides herself, and then add it to your hand. They both have bonus effects too, to where if this card, if they're both in your graveyard, obviously, this card, what it does, if you special summon a spellcaster synchro, I believe spellcaster synchro. No, it spellcast a light spellcaster tuner monster during your opponent's turn. You can add her from your graveyard back to your hand. Her effect, this one, if you activate a monster effect which pitches a spell card from your hand to the graveyard, you can just summon her right back. So essentially, for most combos to synchro climb, if you have her, she is a full. Her plus a spell card is a full on combo, if that makes sense. So yeah, you want to maximize on these 3 at all times because they're the best ones. Also, if you do like this cool little mat and the super cool deck boxes here, you can get them all at Dueling Guard. And if you use my code KMON5, you get 5% off. So get those there. Next, other monsters, we are actually running triple Silva, and I'm actually only running 2 Ruka. I think Ruka is possibly the weakest one out of all of them, but still Ruka is still pretty good regardless. So this one Silva is actually way better than Ruka in my opinion. So what this does on normal summon or on summon in general, you can search for any White Forest spell trap card from deck and then add it to your hand. This one, if you control a White Forest monster on the field, you can summon this card from your hand for free. Then, if you want, during the main phase, you can send 1 spell trap card from your field or hand to draw off 1 card. So most of these actually work better if you have spell and trap cards to send. So if you guys were looking forward to actually playing this deck, you need to know you do have to have some spell and trap cards to actually send for you. So yeah, this is very standard in my opinion. Like 3-3-3-2, I wouldn't change it around. But if you want to call it 1, you can too. Also, these right here, they have bonus effects in the graveyard, which is actually pretty broken. Quick effect: either player's turn, if they're in your graveyard, you can target one of your tuner synchro. Is it tuner synchro? I believe it's tuner synchro. No, one of your Whitewood synchro monsters that's on the field or graveyard. Bounce that back and then summon these cards on the field for free, but then negate their effects. But this is really good because you can dodge a lot of stuff because you only really need 1 copy of each one because you can just recycle them back no matter what. Even banish too because she can get them back from banish zone. So keep that in mind. So yeah. And is it for the Whitewood stuff right there? For the monsters, other monsters, I am running the toy box engine. I think that engine's pretty good. Yes, you can run it with the Centurion stuff if you really want to and need to, but I think this engine it's cool. You know what I mean? So I am running double toy soldier and then the 1 tank. If you want to run this at 3, you can, but I am running a different card instead of 3 of this. So how these work? If they are in your hand, you can set them in your spell and trap card zone as spell and trap cards for free. Then when they're sent to a graveyard, you can summon both of them back on the field. And then on summon, they have 2 different effects. One, if you do have toy box in the field, and another if you don't have toy box in the field. So if you don't have toy box in the field, if this card is summoned, you can search for toy box and then add it to your hand. If this card is summoned to the field, you can tribute this card. And then you can summon a monster from your hand. Now, if Toy Box is on the field on res of this one, you can search for any level 4 or lower light monster, anything. So you can search for a Veiler, Thunder King Ryo, anything you want. And what this one does, you can summon a monster from your hand or graveyard, level sub 6 or lower. So yeah, this engine is still pretty good. I definitely want to play this. I think only one of this is fine. Two or three of these are good too, but that's just a me thing though. Now everything else is just hand traps, so let's get right into it. So 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Veiler. Veiler can actually be searched out, believe it or not, because yeah, this card right here can search for a light spellcaster or a white forest spell or trap card. So this can get Veiler anytime you want to / need it. So 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Droll, 3 Mourner, and then 3 Imperm. I'm just trying to play hand traps. I didn't actually bring my horse stuff at all. I would play horse in here if I did have it with me, but didn't have it with me. So yeah, if you want to mix it with the horse, you can do that too. But just a bunch of hand traps. You're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And again, these are searchable at all times. So obviously the best hand trap is Imperm because you can pitch this for one of your Whitewood stuff. So if you do want to play more spells and traps, you definitely most certainly can, in my opinion, because sometimes opening up with just all of these monsters can kind of suck. But you know, if you open up with a bunch of hand traps, your opponent isn't playing also, if that makes sense. So that's it for those. Now for the spell cards, we are rocking 3 Tales of the White Forest. This card is bonkers. So the White Forest spell and trap cards have the same effect to where if they're sent to a graveyard for a monster effect or whatever, you can just set them. So again, you can send this to so you can go summon this card out, effect, send this to a graveyard here, and then summon out a thing on res, new chain, effect, set this card. So like, that's why having these cards isn't good. But anyways, what it does, if you control a illusion or spellcaster monster on your field, you can add 1 White Forest spell, a White Forest monster from your deck to your hand. So this searches out any and everything that you will actually need. So like, again, have this on the field, activate this effect, send this to the graveyard. You can summon out Silva effect, Chainlink 1, effect, Chainlink 2, set this, search out the trap card right there, and then you're good to go over there. And then you can still activate this card here, and you can still search out your little D-bells for free. So that is how that works. So yeah, 3 of these, gotta play 3, not 2. Next, triple toy box. Again, did y'all know toy box is actually a soft once per turn? This card is nuts. So what it does, this can actually place your, what's it at? It places these from anywhere, except for a field actually. So not from anywhere, but yeah, it places them from hand, graveyard, banish. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. So you want to place these with toy box, and it has another effect, 2 other effects where you can pop, set, spell, and trap cards on your field. And also, other effect, if your opponent does enter battle, and if they do attack you, you can destroy 1 spell and trap card you have, and then destroy that monster. And that does not target at all. So yeah, 3 toy blocks at all times. You want to see this? You see this plus, you see this plus, you see her. That's full combo for days on end. So 3 toy box. Another card I am running, I am actually rocking 3 Pot of Prosperity because I think this card is kind of mandatory in here. Like, you do not go through everything in your action deck anyways, and you kind of want to like get rid of those dead hands. And again, this is a spell card that you can just pitch off of any of your Whitewood starters, aka these 2 right here. So like, let's just say you're like under Droll right after you searched. This is not dead because you can still just pitch this to use at least her. You can't do her because she'll search, but you can do her. You know what I mean? So yeah, 3 Pot of Prosperity. I don't mind it at all. Now for the trap cards, the 1 Woes, and then we are actually rocking the 1 Reframing because again, it's searchable in here. So why not have a good Omni Negate that stops any and everything? And Woes is pretty good. Woes is the best trap card in here because again, this can summon out a White Forest monster from your hand or deck, and then after you do that, you immediately synchro summon. So this is kind of, so this card and then these 2 cards is how you interrupt your opponent for a free essentially. So yeah, and again, if this card is sent from a field or hand to graveyard via monster effect, you can just set it again on the field. So that is it for the main deck. Solid 40 cards. I like it how it is, but again, you can do a lot of builds in here for whatever it is you do like. You know what I mean? So that's it for those. Now go on to the extra deck. For the two, so we are playing a little bit of links, a little bit of synchros, but more synchros. We are playing the one Zapper Shrimp. This card's busted. I was playing Formula before, but then the guys here told me about this card. So what it does, on summon, you can send one spell trap card from your exit hand. I believe it's hand. Yep, from your hand or field to a graveyard. And then if you do, destroy one spell trap card on your opponent's field. So this will not miss time. This is a if effect. Also, during your opponent's main phase, you can synchro summon using this card. So this is just better formula in my opinion. So yeah, one of those. For sixes, obviously the one Charge Warrior. I am running the one Silva, the one how do you say her name? Rasilia, thank you. And then obviously the best one is the one Diabelle's right here. This is mainly for the Zoken line. That's just why this is here, if I'm being honest with you. But these are the best ones in here. You go through these every single time. So on summon, this book of moons, everything your opponent controls, pretty good, and all your spellcasters and your illusions gain 500 attack and defense, and they all do double piercing. So this is kind of how you do win cons. What this one does, on summon, you can discard a spell and trap card and then search for a light spellcaster or a white forward spell and trap card. Add it from your hand to your add it from free deck to hand. And the other effect is once per turn, your illusions will gain 500 attack, and they also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Yeah, so yeah, this keeps you safe from card effects, and they also gain attack too. So both of these on the field, everything will gain 1,000 attack. This card is broken. On summon, if you used a Synchro Tuner to summon this card, you can pitch a spell trap card from your hand or field, and then target a spell trap card in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. So this is kind of how you can recycle back toy box and anything else. Other main effect, again, if your opponent activates any card, either player's turn, you can send a spell and trap card from your hand or field to graveyard. Then you'll summon any Synchro Tuner from your graveyard, banished, or extra deck for free. So again, these are your main targets. It doesn't matter, as long as they're not banished face down, you will always get to them again. And again, you can recycle back all three of these with your two main tuners right here. So yeah, you'll always get to them. So like you can recover back so much stuff. So yeah, these are the main ones that you will be playing at all times. Other stuff, the one V just to actually search out the trap card, Crystal Wing, Chaos Angel, Zoken, and I am actually running the Shanturion. There are times where I do summon out a 12, so like I think this is one of the best ones to summon. If you want to run Crimson Dragon, you can do that instead, because Crimson Dragon plus having a 8 in the field is a free Crystal Wing. So if you want to do that, that's fine too. But I'm just putting this in here just because. You know what I mean? For the oops, this is backwards. For the links, 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Lin. This is Lina?
Yes.
Hell yeah, it's Lina. 1 Lina, and then 1 Appo, just to round it off. You don't got to run as many links if you don't want to. If you want to run a Celine over this, you certainly can, but I got the Appo, so I'm going to run Appo in here. And the last card is obviously the 1 Typhon. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe to the video. I think you guys have an awesome one. Peace.